Ladies and gentlemen, another short video. I'm shaking because I had no coffee yet. My rack, this is the back side of my rack. There's my newest 8 TB backup drive, which is backing up everything. I don't like that. This is a makeshift power outlet or power distributor, or PDU if you say so, for my rack. And down here, if you follow this cable, you follow this very cable, this is a garbled mess. There is something in the middle. Yeah, this is my makeshift power distributor for my rack, and this is the part that connects two cables together. How do you say that in your language? Anyways, this very cable goes down into my UPS. If you can see that, I don't know. Can't see the camera screen. So I want to replace that. And I want to replace that with this one. So I scored that from a rack, and I want to install that on the back side. So yeah, let's see what kind of hardware actually is hooked up to the power distribution unit. So this server is currently not in use. I can safely pull it out. Okay, let's actually... It's not running anyways. So yeah, the hard disk drive was not spinning anyways, but still, I don't like that. I should have known. This cable could be a problem. So this cable goes to my router. And if you have seen my tour lab video, my router is a notebook. It currently has no battery, I think. But yeah, I think I have a battery somewhere. I'm gonna plug that in. And here this cable goes down to what? Where does that go to? I think it's this one. I think it's this one. It was from a wireless repeater. I can take it off. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, but I have to take out all those zip ties. All the lovely zip ties, they need to go. I'm such a big fan of zip ties. There's even hard ones over there. It's my old friend. The little clipper. Okay. So here's the network cable. I'm gonna leave that here for now. I'm not gonna take this. I'm not going to take this off. Here's the power distributor. That thing I can pull out. So the last thing is my router. So that's the cable. It goes all the way here into power, and it goes all the way into my router. What happens? And there's a battery inside. The battery is installed. What happens if I just pull that off? I hope the battery is still good. I'm gonna risk it. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? And of course the battery is no good anymore. I guess that was my fault. I have a backup. It's okay. Yeah, I found a battery that's working. So I'm afraid this floor has to go out for now. Great cable management, by the way. Oh yeah, and this guy needs to go. Just get lost. And maybe plug in the router for now, so that it's gonna charge. Here's my backup hard disk drive that fell down, I guess. Okay, more cable management to go. And of course, this is so much easier to do with just one hand. Yeah, there it goes. And it's even more easier because this screwdriver is not magnetic, like the bit on this little battery-powered drill. Shit. Oh man. Okay, this is now a lot better to work on. So that's a lot better. I pulled all the cables, so I can pull my whole rack out. It's on rolls, so I can roll it around in my flat. And I'm gonna redo all this messy cabling anyways, because I have this and I have this cheap stuff at OB, German like hardware seller store business. Yeah, and I'm gonna redo my rack a bit here because this cabling is a mess. It is quite the mess. So this machine still needs its 3 connections, but I'm gonna do the wiring a bit better. For that I need another one. I have plenty of those. I like to use them because they are reusable. As I said, I have plenty of those things. So, and I want to keep power to one side and data to the other side. Yeah, this is an OCD thing. I always have to check if the power cord is connected. So, yeah, keep data to one side, power to the other side. So this is of course a bit bad for the switch, because the power outlet for the switch is on this side and this cable is not really that long. And I don't want to turn off the switch. That's annoying. Oh well. First, pull that thing out. I was going to use a much shorter one, but this is still 2 HE, 2 height units, and I want to have my power distributor going this thing. So, yeah. I wonder if I should mount it from the inside out. Because then I have to reverse those guys. Nah. Oh no, Discord is going again. Yeah, if you guys want to follow me on Discord, have a chat about hardware and stuff, that would be really appreciated. I'm not going to back like there's other channels on YouTube, like My Playhouse. No, change around. And he's mentioning Patreon like every 5 seconds. Hey, become a Patreon and support my work. Yeah, that's fine, I guess, but Can it just work? Oh, like that. I need... So, fair, fine, that's enough. 2 screws are gonna be enough for this now. The stupid PDU is always sliding back. And I don't like that. So let's change this around. This thing was expensive back in the day, like 74 bucks-ish, but I like it. When I still had my own company, this thing was my daily helper. How many freaking printers I did undismantle with this thing? Countless printers I dismantled with this. So now, I didn't even record that. What I'm gonna do is rearrange those guys like this. Mount that guy like so. Okay. If I can. That is. Not all the way in. I wanna fasten the screw first. So something like so. I love working on racks. I could do this all day long. I could do this all day long. So you might notice I am missing something for the little cable management guy. And I think I'm going to either... No, there's a bit of space over here, but maybe I'm going to leave one height unit of space in between. I could do that. I think I'm gonna do that. Let's try. Sometimes those guys, they go in really hard, and sometimes it's just like plug and play. Is there a special technique? Because I had those sockets that go in like nothing, and sometimes I need like insanely lots of pressure. So I thought something like this. Then let's have a screw here. And another one over yonder. Let's get the rest of those guys inside. Over there as well. The issue with this rack is that there's no side channels that I can route my network cables through. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this thing all the way down as much as I can do. And the PDU, I think I'm gonna pull it all the way up. So like that. So I can actually fit network cables through. That was my intention. I mean, I can, yeah, let's... So I should be able to pull those cables out. No issues there. Good. Next. Maybe I should... I'm glad you can pry those apart easily. Do that. Alright, so data is on one side and power is going to be on the other side. Now, let's undo that. I was looking for such a power distribution thing here with the power outlets, and this particular C12, is it C12? This plug has a specific description or like name. I totally forgot what it is called. Maybe you guys want to help me out with that. Anyways, here. Oh, I see a problem right there. This is gonna look crap. I'm gonna route this power line to that side now. I don't care. Get this guy out. But this boy over here is gonna be on that side. The problem with my with my rack is that there's no cable channels on this side, so I have to like try to organize it like so. Don't you guys worry, I have plenty of those, of these reusable ones. I like those reusable cable ties. They're just fine. Reusable. And I'm going to use some slack because I'd like to pull this thing out at one point in the future. So I leave some slack to the cables. Like maybe 3 or 2 foot or something. 3 maybe. This is then called cable management. Good. Alrighty, so here's a power cable. Something just made a noise. So this is my power cable. Should I have strapped that to this one too? I mean, it would be a nice choice. So let's do that. I don't like it. Like, I remember when I was at a customer, there was like a network switch with a loose C12 cable. And I just like touched it, and the Cisco switch went out. And the customer immediately called, oh, our phones, our VoIP phones went off, and what happened? And yeah, stupid frigging. I mean, nothing else happened. It's not like a loss or something. Nothing broke, but still, the connector was like was loose, totally loose. So yeah, it's not my fault. This is why I always check if those things now are like all the way back in. Yeah, you learn from some things. That's why I always check if those connectors are good. Well seated inside the socket. So there should be plenty of cable to do my business. Now I think there should also be like plenty of cable slack. So now let's do network cables. So for that, I'd like to use the zip ties. Or the Velcro tape, Velcro it's called. But I'm not going to pull this latch like through the little hole. I'm not gonna do that. Like, people hate when I do that. And they need to open that thing back up. It's so hard to take apart afterwards. At least they say that is the case. So yeah, I believe in them. When they say this is not good, I'm not gonna do this anymore. Oh wow, hi. It's not nice that there's power running with the network cables, but what you gonna do? I like big, messy, or like, no, it's not messy. I like those power cable bunches. I don't know why. Oh well, I'm gonna leave it like that. Yeah, it looks neater already. Now, so that's the power distributor, the power distribution. I hope I can pull this off. I would like to route this cable below, under here. But the server's resting on this and the UPS is resting on this, so this is really freaking heavy. So next, what is this cable actually? Where does that go? I have no idea. What is this cable? Oh, it's the main power. Okay, I see your valid point. Good, so this is my main power distribution to the rack, so to speak. So maybe I'm gonna secure that somehow. I mean, it's secured already. I cannot pull it out. It's secured already. So that's good. Let's get those guys out of the way for now. Where was I? Ah, yeah. PDU. So I hope by coiling it up like that, it doesn't like create an induction circuit or something like that. You know what I mean? But there's no need to have. Stuff like that hanging around all over the place. I like to have like cables neat and tidy. So I should be able to. Shouldn't this like be lighting up? Let's test this real quick. If it works, this thing should light up. Okay, it does. Did you hear that? There's like a little relay inside. I think there's a little relay inside. So, now the RX100 S6 needs power. All the way in. Make sure it's really neat. What did I just say? So leave some slack for the power cable. And then I'm going to safely route those cables all the way up to the PDU. So I should be able now to pull this thing all the way out without any hassle. I can even... Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. There's plenty of cable. So now let's have some cable management up here. Alrighty. Looks good. Next. Oh darn. The server just turned on because it lost power and the BIOS is set to auto start after power loss. Oh well, I'll live. So that's power and data for Celsius. Celsius is one of my servers. If you haven't noticed that, or if you were asking. I don't like that this gray cable is a bit longer than usual. Can I use a Velcro for that? I just want any kinks or something like that in the cables. Or like Dave EV Block guy says, oh, all the electrons gonna fall out. So now, where does that come from? I wonder. I don't know. All I know is this right here, my backup hard disk drive, needs to be inside the rack, so I'm gonna put that in somehow. From which there is space here, but it's gonna wobble, is it? It's so going to wobble, and when I pull the server out, it's going to fall over, I guess. I don't like that. But what are my other options? I don't have any other options. Over here's all the power. I guess I have to be a bit careful when pulling the thing in and out. I need to secure that. I can't leave it like that. I need to secure it somehow. I guess for now. On Celsius there is a little bit of air coming into the server over there, so for now I'm gonna put the backup drive all the way over here, let it cool a bit by the airflow, and call it a day. So here's my power brick for that thing. It's actually pulled. Does it work? It does. Very good. This is really loose. I don't like that. Maybe I should secure it. Yeah, that is really loose. I don't want to accidentally pull out the cable for the... I mean, it doesn't matter. I wish I had like a cable channels here on this side. Yeah. Good. Where was I? Power. Power for the backup drive. All the way in. It's not spinning up yet. I need to... Where was that first? Was it on the upper port? Or was it on the lower port? I don't know anymore. And it should now spin up. And I should run a check this just in case. It's spinning up at least, and I don't hear any weird clicking noises from dying hard disk drives. So again, it's an OCD thing. And yesterday I learned what OCD actually means. I think in Germany you call that Zwangsneurose. It's not an OCD thing for me. I don't think I have this sort of sickness, but some tidying up is actually really helpful. So, yeah, and now for the last part, I'd like to have this mess organized or reorganized. So those rails can go away for now, and I really need to vacuum this out. This looks so crap. So where's the beginning? Here. Do I need a cutting tool for that, or can I like rip them apart by hand? And how much do I need actually? So let's start from here. Those are 4 strands or 4 cables. And try to wrap that around. Let's start from here. And wrap this all the way around. So, I think this looks really tidy. Looks a lot better than before. I don't even know where those 3 guys go. One goes to the router, and I think it's this one. This one goes to the router. Where does that go to? I think one is the printer, and this one is my test station. Okay. RIP headphone users, sorry. So how much do we need? Let's see, just a couple of feet here. Is it even worth doing that for this short cable? not really worth doing, but oh well. Okay, that thing turned out to be way too short than I have to anticipate it, but oh well, it's fine. So this is a timer, and it's for my lights. It's just lights for my plants. And this one is just like a power distributor, more or less. This is the main power for my data rack. And this one goes to our router, remember? So I'm gonna pull it out and hope the router doesn't die again. So let's see. Oh, there you can see that's a router. I just pulled it out. Still running. Thanks to modern wonders of batteries. And I guess that's it. We're finished. So I should have done a proper before and after, but yeah, that's it. That's the new rack. PDU up there, cable management below. There's a little bit more space for a new server. This server wasn't supposed to be running, but now it's running, whatever. Power on one side, more or less, data on the other side. I have plenty of cable to pull the server out. My backup drive is in there, and it's even actively cooled now, because there's like a fan below it that pulls air into the server, so that's going to be fine. Yeah, some more cable management, organizing. I can pull that thing now like apart and work on it properly. Before I had like I could pull it like a feet off the wall and try to work on it. Now I can pull it all the way up and work on it on a perfectly fine thing. Yeah, and there were so many things connected to that now. I only have 3. What were the other ones? Anyway, yeah, that's it. So, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to support me on Patreon. Follow me on Facebook, on Twitter, join my Discord, whatever you do, you're greatly welcome to join my course. Thanks for watching, until the next time, bye bye.